Picture this. You're walking through Berkeley, California. You smell the artisanal espresso. You see the students intensely debating quantum mechanics, and everything is beautifully, serenely intellectual. But then you look up a Tightwad Hill, and you realize something incredibly terrifying is brewing. Welcome to the new reality of college football, folks, because the road to the expanded 12-team college football playoff doesn't just run through Columbus, Ohio, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama anymore. It is about to detour straight through a waking giant on the West Coast. This is Rico Suave, the voice of college football, coming to you live from the College Pigskin Hour. For years, the California Golden Bears under Justin Wilcox were the ultimate stable floor program. They'd win you some games, play tough defense, and go 48-55 over 9 years, capped off by a modest 7-6 record in 2025. But respectable doesn't get you a national championship ring. In December 2025, Cal football general manager and NFL legend Ron Rivera blew up the status quo, fired Wilcox, and handed the keys to a man who does not do respectable. He does ruthless. Enter Tosh Lupoi, the 35th head coach in California football history. Now, if you are a casual college football fan, that name should instantly send a shiver down your spine. Lupoi isn't just some coordinator looking for a promotion. He is a biological weapon disguised as an elite football recruiter. This guy won 2 national championships working under legendary head coach Nick Saban at Alabama, serving as the Crimson Tide's defensive coordinator in 2018. He was named the 2010 Rivals Recruiter of the Year, and he just spent the last 4 seasons dominating as Dan Lanning's defensive coordinator at Oregon, where his 2025 defense ranked 3rd in the entire country in total defense. But here is the absolute kicker. Tosh Lupoi is a Cal alumnus. He played defensive lineman for the Golden Bears from 2000 to 2005. When he coached Cal's defensive line from 2008 to 2011, he became the youngest full-time coach in program history at age 26, personally developing first-round NFL draft picks Cameron Jordan and Tyson Alualu. When he talks to 5-star recruits, he isn't pitching a temporary stepping stone. He explicitly stated that they are building a tough, disciplined, and relentlessly competitive team. And his very first move on the job within 24 hours of being hired? Flying all the way to Hawaii to personally ensure star freshman quarterback Jaron-Keawe Sagapolutele, who threw for 3,454 yards last season, did not leave Berkeley. That is SEC-level urgency, right there in Northern California. Now, let's talk about the map, because this is where it impacts every single college football fan listening to this broadcast. While the traditional blue bloods of the ACC are completely distracted, waging massive wars of legal attrition and realignment rumors, the rest of the conference has become completely chaotic and wide open. Cal debuted in the ACC last season and went a modest 4-4 in conference play, proving they are absolutely not an easy travel day win. But looking forward, a wide-open ACC is the ultimate golden ticket. In the new 12-team playoff era, you don't need to navigate an impossible SEC gauntlet. If Cal goes 11-1 or 10-2 and claims or heavily competes for the ACC crown, they are automatically in the dance. Cal has a drastically more viable path to the college football playoff in this fractured ACC than they ever had in the old Pac-12. The conference identity crisis is quite literally Cal's competitive advantage. So, how do you build a powerhouse at a university globally renowned for world-class academics? Skeptics will say, come on, it's Berkeley. The admission standards are too brutal for elite football. To that I say, look at Notre Dame. Look at historical Stanford under Jim Harbaugh and David Shaw. They prove you can take high-end academic prestige and turn it into a physical ground-and-pound identity that completely bullies softer conferences. Lupoi's strategy is creating the Notre Dame of the Pacific. He is weaponizing the transfer portal to hunt for SEC and Big Ten length, depth, and speed. Players who can handle cross-country flights and lay people out on Saturdays. Combined with Cal's newly aggressive NIL collectives, they are pairing elite degrees with modern football money. So, here is my final warning to every college football fan and program ignoring what is brewing on the West Coast. With the 2026 season officially kicking off, Cal's schedule features massive matchups, starting right at home against UCLA on September 5th. If you think Berkeley is just about protests and textbooks, you are going to get completely caught off guard. Tosh Lupoi didn't come home to participate. He came home to take over. Cal isn't trapped in the ACC with the East Coast powers. The ACC is trapped on the coast with a sleeping giant that just woke up. Now, is Cal going to win a championship this year? No. But once this snowball gets momentum, just remember, Rico warned you all first. This was Rico Suave coming to you live from the College Pigskin Hour studio here in Barstow, California. Let me know what you think, America. Is Cal going to be the next ACC sleeping giant? Also, if you're going to watch this sleeping giant officially wake up, you cannot do it wearing a tweed jacket or a master's thesis. You need the right armor. That is why you need to hit the link in the description below and check out our exclusive Fanatic Sleeping Giant Awaken collection. Don't forget that like. Stay prestigious, and good night, America.